Hi friends, welcome back. In today's lecture, we will understand about Amazon EC2 reserved instances. You must be wondering that we have created so many instances. Does Amazon give us some discount? Yeah, they give us the discount if we commit to the Amazon that we will be using this instance for 1 year or 2 years or 3 years. But once you commit and create a reserve instance or buy a reserve instance, you have to pay for that 1 year period or 3 years, whichever you have selected. So once your EC2 instances are stabilized and you know that you will be going with this configuration for next 1 year, 2 years or 3 years, we can purchase a reserve instance against those EC2 machines and we will get a billing discount. So Amazon reserve instance or RI is officially described as billing discount applied to use of on-demand instance in your account. Normally the EC2 instances that we have created were on demand. That means whenever we start those instances, we will be paid billed for that time. If we stop those instances, we will not be billed for that stopping time. So if we go for a reserve instance and commit that for 1 year we will be using this instance, that becomes a reserve instance and we pay that discounted amount. In other words, reserve instance is not a physical instance. These are not physical instance. Rather, it is a discounted billing you get when you commit to use specific on-demand instance for long term of period 1 or 3 years. They are ideal for steady and predictable usage. If you know that your instance will change or vary with time, don't go for reserve instance. They can help you save significantly on your EC2 cost compared to on-demand instance pricing in exchange for commitment to pay for all the hours in 1 year or 3 year terms. The hourly rate gets lowered significantly. We have three types of reserve instances. One is standard. These provide the maximum discount up to 70% off on demand and are suited for steady state use. When we know that our instance sizing or configuration will not change for next 1 year, we can go for a standard RI, or we can use a convertible RI also. They provide discount up to 50% and has the capability to change the attributes of our reserve instance. That means if our workload increases and we increase the size of our configuration of our EC2, we can change the capability of or the attributes of the reserve instance. Then our scheduled RIs. These are mostly used when we have a load that is predictable to run for a small period of time, like a few hours, week or a month. They are for particular scenarios and are not used normally. You can go for standard RIs or convertible RIs depending on your configuration. Let's go to our management console. This is our console home. So we will go to EC2. At present we don't have any instance. So we will start directly with reserve instance. Normally when we have studied our configuration for instance, then we purchase a reserve instance. For teaching purpose, I am creating a reserve instance to show you how to get those reserve instance. Now as we have gone into the purchase reserve instances, this is the platform. That means it should match the platform that our EC2 is running on. Then we have tenancy, offering class, instance type. This should also match with our running EC2 instances. Then we have term, that is for 1 year or 3 years. Then we have payment options. Payment options give us three options. No upfront cost, that means we are not paying anything in initially. We will get a monthly bill at a reduced price. Then we have a partial upfront cost, that means we will pay partially and the rest of the amount will be billed in our monthly, or full payment, that means we will pay upfront at the time of creating the reserve instance, and after that we will not be billed anything else. Let's see. As you can see, the platform we have to select that should match our instance. Then we have instance type. We can go for two small micros if have a medium instance running, but we have to see that it applies to the our running EC2 instance. Now we will select A1 medium. These are the various machines that can be purchased as a reserve instance. Then we have tenancy, default or dedicated, offering class like we have standard or convertible, terms 1 to 12 month or 12 to 36 months. Payment options, as I have already told you, this can be no upfront, partial upfront or all upfront. You can see different options. We will search and it will show all the machines or RIs that we can use. As you can see in this screen, when there is all upfront, we initially pay one. Let me show you no upfront cost. Okay, let's start with all the instances. First is no upfront, all upfront. Initially we have to pay $131 and hourly rate will be 0. And per hour effective rate will be $0.015. If we go for no upfront, initially we don't pay anything, the hourly rate will be 0.016. If we go for a partial upfront, we can initially pay $67 and the hourly rate will be 0.08 and the effective rate will come out to be $0.015 per hour. We will search no upfront and add this machine to or EC2 reserve instance to our cart. Now, how do we know that we are paying less after purchasing reserve instances? Let me show you AWS monthly calculator or a pricing calculator. Search AWS price calculator, you will get this window or a web page. Here we will give a name to our EC2 instance. We will select the same machine that we have selected in reserve instance, that is A1 medium, and the hourly cost is $0.0255 per hour on demand cost. And what we are getting when we reserve the instance, that means $0.016. We will go to our cart. So totally we are not paying anything and average monthly cost will come out to be $11 for a month. Don't order this reserve instance if you are testing or learning AWS, as after you have ordered you have to pay for the monthly bill. So I am not going to order it, as this is just for a teaching purpose. In production environment we normally do all such kind of things. So friends, this was a high level overview of reserve instances and how you can use it to reduce your AWS bill. Thanks for watching this session. I again request all of you, if you haven't created your account, create one account, start doing things on AWS, and you will learn in greater detail. Thanks for watching the session. Thanks.